Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss Sslc science paper. First main multiple choice question, and first question is element used in the solar cell is, answer is option B, silicon. Second question, in an electric circuit to get an electric equivalent resistance RS, 4 resistors of 2 ohm each are first connected in series. Later, to get an equivalent resistance of Rp, the same resistors are connected in parallel. Then the ratio of Rs by Rp is, answer is option C, 4:1. Third one, write statement regarding the color of the scattered sunlight and the size of the scattering atmosphere particle is, answer is option D, 2 larger particles scatter all colors equally. Fourth question, write the symbols of the following components used in an electric circuit. First you have to write a combination of 2 cells, then you have to write wires crossing without jointing. Next, fifth one, can an electric heater of 2 kilowatt be connected to domestic circuit of rated 15 ampere and has a potential difference 220 volts? Support your answer. So we can connect the 2 kilowatt heater, means 2000 watt heater, to 15 ampere circuit, but we cannot connect it to 5 ampere circuit. If you connect to 5 ampere circuit, the current will exceed and fuse will burn out, or else it will cause overload and short circuit. But for 15 ampere we can easily connect because the current rate is 9.09, so we can easily connect to 15 ampere. And sixth one, what is spectrum of white light? Name any 2 phenomena that occur in the atmosphere due to the refraction of light. Spectrum of white light means white light is a mixture of 7 colors, Vibgyor, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. And 2 phenomena occurs due to refraction of light is twinkling of stars and early sunrise and delayed sunset. And we have option for the sixth question. What is cataract of eye and what are the near point and far point of the human eye with a normal vision? Cataract of the eye means it is age-related problem. In old people, on the lens, the dead cells will deposit and the lens will become opaque, and the cloudy region occurs in the lens, and they cannot see the objects clearly. So that is called as cataract of the eye. And seventh one, production of nuclear energy is advantageous and also disadvantageous, and clarify the statement with a suitable explanation. So in nuclear energy, we can produce a high amount of electric energy. It's a large amount of, we can convert the nuclear energy to electric energy. And disadvantages, so during nuclear energy, many radiations will come out, and these radiations are very hazardous to human beings, animals, and all the living organisms. And disposal of nuclear waste is also very risky because these radiations will cause cancers and other health-related problems. Eighth question is, a person who has defect of the eye as shown in the below figure purchases a spectacle of having lens of minus 2.0 power. Is this lens suitable to rectify the eye defect of the person and analyze? So in the given figure, it's showing the person who is having far-sightedness, means he can see the far objects but he cannot see the near objects. For this we need a convex lens, and the power is actually plus 2.0 Ds they needed. And next, ninth question, you have to write the ray diagram. 10th one, 200 joule of heat is produced in each second in a 8 ohm resistance. Find the potential difference across the resistor. And option for this question is, an electric refrigerator rated 300 watt operates 6 hours in a day. What is the cost of the energy to operate it for 30 days at 7.7 rupees 7 per kilowatt hour? 11th question, in domestic circuit, what are the reason for overloading? Reason for overloading is connecting faulty devices, or connecting too many devices to same circuit, or tearing of insulation wire of earthing wire and or live wire or positive wire. And second one, explain the working of earth wire. So all the metallic body gadgets which are connected to earth by using earth wire, because when we touch the metallic gadgets, if electric charges flows into that metallic body, if you touch that, we'll get a shock. So to avoid this, the extra charges will be transferred to the ground, and there is no shock, or there is no short circuit occurs in the metallic body objects. And we have option for this question. A coil of insulated copper wire is connected to a galvanometer. What will happen if a bar magnet is pushed into the coil? When you pushed into the coil, there is a deflection in the bar magnet. And second, when you withdrawn from inside the coil, when you withdrawn from inside the coil, then also there will be a deflection in the bar magnet, but it is in opposite direction. When you held stationary inside the coil, there is no deflection in the bar magnet. And next, 12th question, state a right hand thumb rule and write any two properties of the magnetic field lines. Right hand thumb rule is, when you hold the current carrying conductor in your right hand, the thumb it shows the direction of current, and the remaining fingers which are wrapped around the conductor which shows the direction of magnetic field. And properties of magnetic field lines, the magnetic field lines outside the bar magnet, they'll emerge from north and move towards the south. Inside it will move from south to north, and these magnetic field lines do not intersect each other. And second one, what is solenoid? And 12th B is, what is solenoid and how can this be converted into an electric magnet? Solenoid is a cylindrical coil of wire acting as a magnet when a current carrying the electric current in it. We can convert this solenoid to electromagnet by placing a soft iron core inside it, or by placing permanent magnets. And 13th question is, state two laws of reflection of light. Laws of reflection of lights is, first law is angle of incidence, angle of reflection, incident ray, reflected ray, normal, all are lying in the same plane. And second law of reflection of light is, angle of incidence is always equals to angle of reflection. And difference between concave mirror, second question, write any two difference between concave mirror and convex mirror. Convex mirror is a reflecting surface, its reflecting surface is bulges outside. In concave mirror, its reflecting surface bulges inwards. And convex mirror is also known as a diverging mirror, and concave mirror is also known as converging mirror. When it comes to chemistry part, 14th question, organic compounds obtained by the reaction between carboxylic acid and alcohol are option C, esters. 15th, ferrous sulfate crystals loses green color when they heated because this compound, option B, loses water molecules. One limitation of Mendeleev's periodic table is this in this classification. Option D, has not assigned a fixed position to hydrogen. 17th question, write any two uses of washing soda. Washing soda, it is used for cleaning purpose, domestic cleaning purpose, and it can be also used as a bleaching agent in a paper industry and glass industries. And 18th question, what are periods and groups in the modern periodic table? Periods are horizontal rows and groups are vertical columns. And you have to arrange the elements. First you have to find out the atomic radius, then you have to arrange these elements in the decreasing order of their atomic size. 20th question, draw the diagram of the arrangement of the operator showing the reaction of zinc granules with a dilute sulfuric acid and testing hydrogen gas by burning. So you have to write the diagram. And 21st, simultaneously red and blue litmus paper are dipped in the brine solution and in the aqueous product produced by subjecting that solution to electrolysis. What changes do you observe in litmus paper, and support your answer with a reason. So before electrolysis, when you dip the blue or red litmus paper in a brine solution, the colors of red and blue litmus paper remains same, because a brine solution, it is nothing but sodium chloride salt solution. So, but when it is subjected to electrolysis, this NaCl separates into Na plus and Cl minus, and this Na and the water will also break down into H plus and OH minus. This Na will combine with OH and form a NaOH base. So that time the red litmus paper will turns into blue color. And we have option for this question, and they have given pH. P is equal to 10.0 and Q is 13.7 and R is 7.0 and S is 1.2. Which solution can be used to prepare an antacid and why? So P and Q can be used to prepare antacid because both are bases. And which solution can be used to get neutral salt? Why? For neutral salt it is R because its pH is 7.0. It means it is neutral. 22nd question, draw the diagram of arrangement of apparatus showing the electrolytic refining of copper and label the acidified copper sulfate solution. You have to write the diagram. 23rd question, identify the substance that are oxidized and reduced in the following chemical equations. Here zinc oxide is reduced to zinc and carbon is oxidized to carbon monoxide. Second question, what is rancidity, and mention any two methods to prevent rancidity. Rancidity is oil and fat containing food. When they react with oxygen, they'll spoil and produce the foul smell. That is called as rancidity. To avoid that rancidity, we can use antioxidant such as nitrogen. And we can also store the food in airtight containers to avoid rancidity. And here give a 24th question, given below an incomplete equation that represents the chemical process of converting an unsaturated carbon compound to saturated carbon compound. So here they have given ethene. For this ethene we have to add hydrogen. That process is called as hydrogenation. In presence for nickel as a catalyst, we can convert ethene to ethane, means unsaturated carbon compound to saturated carbon compound. That is called as hydrogenation. First you have to complete the equations. Then X is hydrogen and Y is a nickel as a catalyst. And the end product is ethane. When ethane reacts with a chlorine in presence of sunlight, this chlorine will break down into radicals like chlorine, Cl, and this chlorine will replace the hydrogen in ethane. So substitution reaction will occur. 25th question, carbon could not form C4 plus and or C4 minus ions. Why? So carbon, it will not form ionic bond because it cannot lose or gain the electrons in the formation of bonding. It always share the electrons to make a bond with other elements because it is having 4 electrons in the outermost shell. To attain the octet configuration, it needs 4 electrons. To get that 4 electrons, it always make a bond with other elements by sharing the electrons. That is called as covalent bond, not ionic bond. And B is you have to write the electron dot structure of methane. And we have option for this question, how micelles are formed during cleaning action of soap. In the soap in the soap molecules, head is hydrophilic, means it is attached to the water, and tail is hydrophobic. It will not attaches to water, it will attaches to the dirt. This tail part attaches to dirt and trap the dirt in the center, and soap molecules arrange themselves around the dirt and form a micelle, a cluster called a micelle. And which are the salts responsible for hardness of water is calcium and magnesiums. And detergents are effective even in hard water. Why? Because in hard water we have calcium and magnesium ions, and these salts form the scum. So only the detergents can dissolve the scums and produce the lather in the hard water. So that's why detergents are more effective in hard water. And 26th question, how silver and copper articles lose their shining surface? Because due to corrosion, when they react with the air, oxygen, water or acids or moisture content, their oxide layer will be deposited on their surface, and they lose their lustrous property. That is called as corrosion. And how does galvanization protect iron articles? So galvanization means coating highly reactive metals with a less reactive metal. Usually we'll coat iron with a tin because a tin is less reactive. So inside a metal it is highly reactive, that is iron. It will be protected by the tin, which is very less reactive, coated outside. And B is aluminium oxide is an amphoteric oxide. Why? And aluminium oxide it acts as both acidic oxide and basic oxide. That's why it is called as amphoteric oxide. When it comes to biology part, 4 alternatives are given for MCQ. 27th question, an illustration for reflex action among the following is option C, withdrawn hands back when unknowingly touch a hot pan. 28th, pea plants with the round seeds RR and are crossed with the pea plants with the wrinkles is smaller. The percentage of plants that are having RR genetic makeup in F2 generation, option A, 25%. 29th question, though ozone is a deadly poison, it is essential for life on the earth. Justify this statement. Ozone, when it is in gases in the atmosphere, gaseous form in atmosphere, it is very poisonous. But when it comes to stratosphere, this O2 molecule combines with O and form a ozone layer, and this layer is very important because it avoids the UV rays, protect all the all the living organisms from the dangerous UV rays, ultraviolet rays. So that's why it is very essential for the life on the earth. And 30th, schematic representation of blood circulation in the mammals is given below. Here name the blood vessels X. X is the artery, that is the aorta, and Y is the vein, that is superior and inferior vena cava. And which blood vessel has walls? Veins, it is having walls to prevent the backward flow of blood. And 31st question, the number of organisms decreases by reaching higher trophic level of a food chain in an ecosystem. Why? Because in an ecosystem, from one trophic level to another trophic level, energy transformation, when it comes to energy transformation, only the 10% of energy will goes to next trophic level, and 90% of energy it will release it to the atmosphere in the form of heat. So that's why the number of organisms will also decrease from one trophic level to another trophic level. And 32nd question, draw the diagram showing the germination of pollen and stigma and label the pollen tube. Next, you have to write the diagram showing excretory system in human beings and label the urinary bladder. 34th, measures of recharging underground water are better than storage of water in the surface levels of the ground. How? And explain. When you store the water in the surface level, the water will get contaminated by human activities and by other microorganisms. When you recharge the underground water, that nearby wells will also get recharged, and vegetation will grow, and water will not get contaminated, and evaporation of water will be also less. But when you store the water in surface level, most of the water will get evaporate. And B is reuse is better than recycling. Why? So because reuse is better, but recycling, it needs energy and it's need time also. So that's why reuse is better. 35th question, in human reproduction, the placenta performs significant role in the development of fetus into a child. Justify this statement. Because the placenta, it is a connection between a mother and child. It will carry the nutrients from mother to baby, and it will also carry the new waste materials produced in the baby to mother. So that's why it is very important in reproduction. And 36th question, what products is formed in the first step that takes place in the cytoplasm during respiration in animals? It is pyruvate. And difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration occurs in presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration, it occurs in absence of oxygen. In aerobic respiration there is a complete breakdown of glucose. In anaerobic there is no complete breakdown of glucose. And aerobic respiration, it occurs in higher organism, and anaerobic, it occurs in lower organisms. In next question, in what forms are the waste products stored in old xylem of plants? Wastes are stored in the form of resin, gum, latex or oil. And B, how do the products of photosynthesis transported to all parts of the plant? Products of photosynthesis transported through the phloem. And 37th question, which part of the human brain controls the following activities? Involuntary activities, it is hindbrain. In hindbrain, it is medulla. And the thinking process, it is in forebrain, it is a cerebrum. And posture and balance of the body, it is controlled by cerebellum. And what 37B is, what are phytohormones? And name 3 phytohormones that promote growth. Phytohormones means plant hormones, the chemical substance which are produced in the plant, which regulates the growth of the plant. And 3 phytohormones which promotes the growth are auxin, gibberellin and cytokinin. And we have option for this question. Name the hormones that control the following activities in man. Regulating the sugar level in blood, that is the insulin produced by pancreas. And regulating the menstrual cycle, it is estrogen. And third one, preparing the body to face situation, it is the adrenaline produced from adrenal gland. And regulating the metabolism, it is thyroxine hormone, which is produced by thyroid gland. And B, it is name any two trophism that occur in plants. Give an example for each. True trophism is one is a phototrophism, and another one is a geotrophism. Phototrophism is a response for light, and geotrophism is a response for earth. And we also have chemotrophism and thigmotrophism. In 38th question, human ants and wings of the bird help to trace the evolutionary relationships. How? And explain the methods for dating of fossils. Human ants and wings of birds are homologous organs because they have same structure and function is different. So they're having same structure means they're originated from the same ancestors. We can trace by using this evolutionary relationship. And the methods of dating fossils is one is absolute method and another one is the relative method. And B, changes in the non-reproductive tissues will not inherit. Why? So changes in non-reproductive tissues, it is acquired traits. The organism acquire this trait or attain this trait during its lifetime. So this changes occurs in non-reproductive cells. That means they'll not carry from one generation to another generation, and those traits are called as acquired traits. Only the inherited traits means the changes which occurs in reproductive cells can carry